Bible tells us that we will all face hard times in life. And for us, it's January.
This is how we live. This is how we live. Rich, James, and all. This is what we live. This is what we live.
What's up, everyone? This is Review It. We're back for 2015. I'm James.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are reviewing the first movie we saw this year, which is TAK3N, starring Liam Neeson.
Woo!
We did not see TAK2.
No.
Saw TAK1, really liked it, so we decided to see TAK3.
Why not? Who cares if we skip a movie?
Why not?
What else?
Who cares? You know,
It's always a different story, same premise.
It's Liam Neeson cracking necks and taking names.
And shooting people and all that jazz.
Shooting people who can't shoot him because he's invincible. He's a Terminator.
He's like Batman.
He's Terminator. I mean, come on. So what'd you think of this movie?
Well, it's January.
It's January.
It actually was not as epically bad as January typically brings us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just to get to it real quick. It's not horrible. It's not, and we're gonna get that out of the way right now. It is not terrible.
No, definitely not.
Good is a whole other different story.
Yeah.
But terrible, no.
It's kind of not quite the middle,
Right.
but almost the middle of the spectrum here.
Right.
So-
So, what is TAK3N about? Well, Liam Neeson.
Killing people.
Yeah. So after TAK2, I don't know what happened in TAK2. We didn't see it, but after TAK2, him and his ex-wife are kind of flirty.
Mm-hmm.
There's some subplots with his daughter, which we won't spoil, even though it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But anyway, his wife is killed, and he is framed.
And this is not a spoiler. That is in the trailer.
Yeah, if you go watch the trailer, you're going to see all this. But anyway, he's framed, and this whole movie is essentially about Liam Neeson trying to clear his name.
Right. And so there are, for me, there was some good points. Like, one of my good points is the acting. It's Liam Neeson.
Yeah, he's great.
And his daughter as well, she's good in every one of the movies, in my opinion. I don't know, I hadn't seen the second one, so I don't know.
No.
But I like her.
Yeah.
I think she's pretty good. She's not like the best actress out there, but her and Liam Neeson, I can deal with.
Yeah, Liam Neeson played Liam Neeson. He's kicking butt, he's taking names, he's doing a good job. But it's good to see that I think he's done with this.
And hopefully moving on to something bigger and better.
Yeah, hopefully the whole Taken thing is done, and I'm pretty sure he's done. But yeah, he does a good job. Forrest Whitaker is like the detective or whatever, because you have to have a big celebrity for the final movie apparently. And he's good. He's played this character 100 times before, so he doesn't really do anything new. Yeah.
Did you like anything else about it?
No, not a thing.
Well,
here we go. I
guess we'll just get into the bad, and I'm going to let James hit that off, because,
Where do I begin? Okay, I know. We'll start with the one thing that every action movie should get right. Action scenes.
Yes.
Do you know how many
my God.
You know how many action scenes TAK3 does right?
None.
Not a single one. Every action scene in this movie is awful.
And mainly because you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, they're poorly filmed. I mean, I could just imagine if the director was like filming Liam Neeson cutting grass. You're gonna have like 30 angles. And, and not only is there 100 angles per second, they're all shaking. So it's kind of like
when you're doing fast jump clips, it's like jump, and shaky all in the process.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why directors feel like shaky cam is such a big thing. It's terrible.
It's awful.
Don't use it, and don't make 100 different angles for Liam Neeson running.
Unless you just want to give your viewers a headache.
Yeah,
which is what I got.
Like, okay, you know how when you go to like a theme park, and they might, for like a roller coaster, they'll have a sign that says something like, "You may get sick riding this ride." I mean, it won't say that exactly, but I feel like every movie theater should put this.
Oh my God.
Because I got nauseous sometimes watching these action scenes. They were so poorly filmed, and you don't know what's going on. I mean, it's like some cops are chasing Liam Neeson, and then he just drops into a sewer. But apparently, like 10 cars have crashed between that point.
The whole building has exploded.
The whole building has exploded. He's cracked a few necks, maybe. and he's just in a sewer. That's the next thing you know.
Exactly. Well, something that I really hated was the numerous amount of plot holes. Like, there was so many bad plot holes and issues with the plot.
Yeah.
Like, specifically, Liam Neeson should have died about 4 times.
Oh, yeah.
And somehow miraculously survived, and
Yeah.
we have no idea how he survived.
Yeah, they explained one of them.
And it was so shaky cam and fast.
Yeah.
We still don't know how he survived.
Yeah, but the one... we gotta talk about it.
We gotta talk about it.
Billy.
Look, if y'all don't want to be spoiled, then mute your screen for, like, I'll hold my hand up. But we gotta talk about it.
I mean, where do you begin with this? There's a scene where a poorly filmed car chase happens, and Liam Neeson is in a cop car. Through a whole bunch of cars crashing, he ends up in an elevator shaft, and the car slides down the elevator shaft from like the 15th floor.
Right.
And it just slides down this elevator shaft backwards, by the way. He's not wearing a seatbelt, and it hits the bottom, and gas starts leaking out. Liam Neeson opens the door and starts crawling out, and literally, I kid you not, there's not a second that passes between the time he is just crawling out of that car, and then we jump outside and we see an explosion go all the way up through the elevator shaft.
I mean, you can't survive that.
No, there wasn't an open door to get to a floor or anything. It just blew up.
Just straight. Me and James literally looked at each other and we're going, no freaking way.
No freaking way, dude.
No.
Not gonna happen. And it's just like, and then so this happens, and then it cuts to the next scene, and then Liam Neeson calls the detective, and he's like, hey, dude, I lived. And the detective's like, I knew you would live. I knew somehow you'd be alive.
'Cause you are secretly Superman. I mean, what even?
Give me a break.
Can't, like, literally this whole movie, which we do this in some movies, but we talked the entire movie because all we were saying was, no way, what the heck, where did that go, how did that happen? Sarah actually told us to shut up.
Yeah.
Because we were getting on her nerves so bad. Like, that was the entire movie. But not even that. There were parts where it was just like, if you would just go to this shop and look at this camera, this whole movie wouldn't exist.
Seriously, this mystery from the detective could have been solved within the first 45 minutes of
And then
film.
you're done. Like, and then just like different scenes, like somebody may have gotten their throat slit, but there's no blood.
Yeah.
Like, stupid things like that happen that just make you like,
Yeah.
this makes absolutely no sense at all.
And another thing, you can tell that they went through extreme lengths to get this movie that PG-13 rating, because in PG-13 movies you can only have one F word. Well, there is a scene in particular where Liam Neeson is interrogating somebody, I won't tell you who, but the guy says screwing. He says the word screwing, but his mouth actually says.
Yeah. And he noticed that. I didn't notice that.
I noticed it, but it was like, really? Like, why didn't they just do another take? Well, I mean, that's not a major flaw with the movie or anything. That just
It's just something that we would notice.
Yeah, it was just kind of a pet peeve to me. Like, that really? Was that the best performance he was giving at the time? Keep in mind, this is the guy who, like, in that one scene, he's like, I just can't, you know. Like, no, there's a scene. You saw this, like, you laughed at it first, and I laughed after that. But this guy, he goes, literally, it is exactly like this. We're gonna play this out. He is like, well, you know, if there's something I can do to help.
I mean,
That is Oscar worthy.
It was so bad. Like,
So stupid.
so bad. How even do you do that? How was your acting? You were getting starred in Hollywood films.
Right.
How can your acting be that bad?
Alright, that was the only acting performance that was pretty
Just
rough.
suckish, yeah.
And there are a lot of points in this movie where they try to be really clever. Like, you know, the first movie, he tells the guy when he's on the phone, the famous phone scene, when he's like, I will find you and I will kill you, and the guy's like, good luck.
Oh, yeah.
Well, guess
I
what?
did that,
At a
yeah.
point in this movie when Liam Neeson's talking to a cop, the cop's like, we're going to have to get you. We're going to have to find you. We're going to have to bring you in. You know what Neeson says? Good luck. And then he hangs up. And I was just like, bravo, you guys are so
New
clever.
content.
You're so clever.
Gotta love that.
That's Pulitzer Prize writing right there. That is
Totally.
award winning. And if that wasn't enough, there's a part in the movie where Liam Neeson, you know, his famous line from the first one is, I'll hunt you and I'll find you and I'll kill you. Well, he has a little variation of that, which is, I'll hunt you, I'll find you, and we both know what happens next. As if the writers just, you know, after Neeson did that and he became the tough guy, that kind of became like a meme type thing.
Yeah.
It's like the writers were just kind of playing with that.
Yeah. Being clever.
Just, in short, Taken 3 was not a good movie.
No.
It's not abysmal. It's watchable.
The story is not terrible. Like, I enjoyed the story.
Yeah.
But the execution of the story could have been a lot better.
Yeah,
it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
But it wasn't good either.
I wouldn't really even call it a disappointment because I didn't have high hopes for this either. Because Taken 1 was a good movie. It was fun. It wasn't, you know, Oscar worthy or anything, but it was good. It was fun to watch, and it's a good movie to go back to.
Right.
Taken 2, I have no idea. I've heard horrible things about it, and I will stay away from it. Taken 3 is another movie that I do not want to ever watch again.
Right.
However, it is not abysmal. Like, you don't leave this movie mad.
Like we said in the car on the way here to do all this, we said that Taken 3 is one of those movies that if you don't use your logic and you just watch it just for the fun of it, you'll enjoy it. But we're too logical for that.
Yeah, if you're going to watch this movie, you need to just shut it off. Just shut the logic off, throw it out the window.
And just watch it.
Suspend your belief for 2 hours. Because this is a long movie. It's way too long.
It was pretty long, yeah.
But suspend your disbelief for 2 hours and, 30 minutes? And just watch it. Do not think about this movie at all, which is what we did. Yep. Because that's how we have to look at these things. We have to look at these things from a
critical standpoint almost.
Yeah, and from an objective standpoint. We can't say, oh, well, I love dumb action movies, so I think it's great.
Yeah.
We can't do that. We have
it's like me with book to movie adaptations. Just because I love books doesn't mean I can walk into a movie and say, this movie's going to be great just because it's based off a book.
Right.
You know, there's going to be some that suck, and we talk about it all the time, I have to walk into that movie out of my book world and into, this is a movie, how is this movie?
Yeah. And Taken 3 was just from a professional, objective standpoint, it's just not a good movie. It's a very poorly done movie. It has some good actors in it, but the main problem is the direction, the director, and the writers. That is the problem with this movie. Right. So if you want something that you can just turn your brain off for 2.5 hours, go watch it. Or if you love Taken 1 and 2, go watch it. And if you enjoy this movie, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
This is just, as I said, this is an objective opinion. This is a professional opinion, not a personal opinion. This is us looking at the movie from a critical standpoint and saying what, in terms of the content of the movie, what is wrong with it. This is not us saying, everybody should hate this movie. This is us saying that it's not a well-made movie, but if this is your thing,
have fun with it.
Have fun with it. I mean, if you enjoy this movie, more power to you. If we trash on any movies that you actually like, more power to you. That's wonderful. At least
and you can let us know down below. Hey, I liked it for this reason.
Yeah, and please don't be insulting about it.
Yeah, but don't be a jerk. We don't like jerks, man.
No, just we're trying to be nice here.
Yeah, we're just.
We could easily be like, if you don't like our opinion, get out. GTFO, dude.
Man.
But we're not. We're gonna. If you don't agree with this, that's fine. So, let's get to
let's do our rating.
Let's get to the rating and let's close this up. And I guess this is like Taken 3 review / a little note about all the reviews in the future. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, we have our scale. 5 is, oh my gosh, this is freaking sweet.
Yeah.
4 is worth the price of admission. 3 is, it's not great, it's not terrible, it's K. Or it's K for sure. 2 is bottom of the barrel. And number 1 is avoid like a plague.
Yes.
What do you get Taken 3?
I'm going to go with it's not great, it's not terrible, it's just K.
K.
Meh.
Just K. I can see what you mean by that. Personally, I think it's bottom of the barrel, which is essentially like a 2 out of 5. I didn't like Taken 3. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. And I just don't really see it as as an okay movie. I see it as more bad than good. So it's not really balanced for me.
Yeah.
But like we said, if you like it, more power to you. You had a good time at the movies.
Yep. So There you go. There you have it.
Mm-hmm.
TAK3N review.
First
Let us know what
review
you think.
of 2015. It's the first
I
movie.
can't believe it.
Hey, it's much better than last year.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy with the starts of the year so far. I have high hopes. So yeah, that's all we have for this video.
All right.
We will see you guys in our next review.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye bye.